What is up, gamers? How's it going? Oh, my eye just started to hurt. That's weird. How's it going? I bring you today another build for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Today, I've got an Insect Glaive build for you. It is a damage build, unlike the last one. The last one was kind of a damage build. I don't know how I would describe the last one. Hey, what's up? It's me about 30 minutes after I finished recording that video. If you like this video so far, I don't know what you would like about it so far, but if you do like it, think about subscribing, maybe liking the video. And that's all I wanted to say. Enjoy. Anyway, this is a dragon dual blade set. As you can see the weapon. I've got the Gormagala dual blades. Also, this right hand one is clipping, so that's interesting. Oh, it's not clipping anymore. Awesome. But now the other one is cool. But the armor itself doesn't look that good. But that's what we have laid armor for, am I right? Or am I right? So, let me show you the pieces. These are the pieces. We fill out the dragon attack. The Shigaru Magala dual blades would probably be better for this, because they have more dragon. But I wanted to use the Gormagala ones because I like the way they look. So you can use either one. Although I think the Rampage slot for the Shaggy Maggie dual blades are not a 2 slot, so you wouldn't be able to use the Valstrax Soul. But anyway, let's talk about the pieces. Like the Valstrax helm, I was thinking about using the Astalos helm for chain crit, but then I would have to use a different talisman to fill out that chain crit. And I couldn't do that because that talisman that I have doesn't really have slots. It's just got chain crit 2 and then something else in like a 1 slot. So I wouldn't have been able to fill out the critical element unless I switched around the pieces some more. So Valstrax helm, it's got a 4 slot and then 2 1 slots. I just added a fill out stun resistance with the remaining 1 slots I had, but the helm itself has Dragonheart and weakness exploit. Dragonheart is the same if you played Base Rise and actually got the Valstrax armor. So I only have level 1 because I only have 1 piece of the Valstrax set. So all I get is when I'm 50% or lower, I get Dragon Blight and all elemental resistances are set to 30. So if I don't know if I have, yeah, I've got 3 negatives, so if I go below 50% HP, I'm not going to be negative anymore. So, you know, that's good. And then weakness exploit, that fills out my weakness exploit, so I have weakness exploit 3, as you can see here. Then we got the Alacanth chest and waist. These pieces are very good for dragon crit builds, specifically dragon crit builds, because the Alacanth set comes with dragon attack, crit eye, and critical element, so it's pretty good. The chest alone, ignoring the decorations on it, gives crit element 1, 3 crit eye, and 1 dragon attack. I have a decoration in for dragon attack and speed sharpening, which is where those come from, but just the crit eye and crit element is making this piece worth using. If it didn't have the dragon attack 1, it would be just a really good general crit element, but sadly it does have the dragon attack 1, so it is what it is. And then the Alacanth waist on its own has Giant Attack 3 and Crit Eye 1. It's also got a 4 slot. I think personally, I think it should have a 4 slot and then a 1 slot. But, you know. But yeah. Fills out the dragon attack and gives me some more crit eye. So I don't have to use any slots for crit eye. And then we got the Tobikadachi pants. I was going through the long list of pants that I could use, and I was thinking about using a different pair of pants. I think it was the normal Rajang pants that I was thinking about using, but I decided against it because when I found these, I saw that it had, on its own, it has Constitution 1, which is nice for dual blades because you dodge a lot. Well, sometimes you dodge a lot. It's got Crit Eye 2, which I still needed a couple more Crit Eye. It's also got Critical Element 1. So it takes us up to Critical Element 2 without any slots. And then it added 2 slot for Weakness Exploit and Speed Sharpening, because why not? Yeah, these are some pretty good pants if you like Critical Element. Constitution isn't very useful for a lot of weapons. It's pretty useful for the dual blades, but it is very useful for bow and insect glaive because they use a lot of stamina. So you could use these if you have a critical elemental build for either of those weapons. I think light bowgun also dodges a lot, but I think they're less dodge and more shoot, if you know what I mean. And then for the gloves, we have the Sergio's gloves because Handicraft 3 is pretty good. The Gormagala dual blades already have some pink sharpness, but I decided that I wanted some more pink sharpness, so that's why I decided to use the Sergio's gloves. Because if I didn't, then I would have wanted to fit razor sharp in there somewhere or protective polish. Either one of those would have worked. I would have been satisfied with either one of those. But I didn't want to, which is why these Sergio's gloves are in the set. Now then, the talisman. I don't know how good this talisman is. I'll get that out of the way right now. The decorations I have on it are critical element and speed sharpening. So I'm using this to fill out critical element as well as weakness exploit. And then the evade extender is there just because. If you don't want a evade extender, you certainly don't need to take it. But I have grown accustomed to it and it feels weird not having it. But I would highly recommend getting weakness exploit 1 with a 2 slot at least. Those are the bare requirements. If you've got something with weakness exploit 2 or critical element 2 or weakness exploit 3, etc., you know what I'm gonna say next, then you can switch around some pieces in here. Like, you might not need to take the Kadachi pants. Instead, you could take something else. I don't know what you would take, but you could take something else if you don't need the critical element from this. And you certainly could change the helmet to something else if you don't need the weakness exploit that comes with the helmet. Because like, if I were to use a different talisman, so I could have weakness exploit 2 on the talisman, so I don't need the helmet is definitely the first piece I would replace, and after that I would just replace the rampage slot that I have slotted in. Yeah. I wish there was a quick and easy way to take myself down to 50% HP, but there is not. But before I end the video, let me show you how how it performs. Alright. And that's the damage. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention this because I did the math, but I forgot to mention this. This set has 100% crit. Cool. So with the affinity, with all the crit I get 50% affinity, and then weakness exploit 3 gives another 50%. As long as you're attacking a weak spot. Now, because Blade Masters are privileged, we have more weak spots to target than gunners. So, realistically, you'll have 100% crit all the time, unless you are choosing not to attack a weak spot. Sometimes a tail isn't a weak spot, but if that's the case, I understand, because, you know, we gotta get those tail carves. Am I right, Blade Masters? Fuck gunners. That's the build. If you like it, like the video, subscribe for more builds, and maybe comment down below saying you like the build, and if you use it, definitely comment down below, and tell me if you replaced any pieces for something better. Maybe you like a different piece more, and maybe I got a better talisman so you can swap out the helmet. Maybe you don't take a Vade Extender, so you swap out the helmet as well as something else for a talisman with godlike stats. Who knows? Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.